YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I'm Watts. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's prioritizing their mental health. I hope everybody's prioritizing their physical health. You already know what it is. I'm going to keep on saying that. All good. I hope everybody enjoyed their Christmas. I hope everybody is about to enjoy their New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, all of that. You already know the bottles is popping. You know, big things popping, little things stopping. Facts. Word. But yo, we about to pop some bottles right now. We about to pop some bottles for Carmelo Hayes. Yeah, give it a round of applause, or like, the girlies be doing. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? A round of applause for Mr. Carmelo Hayes, him himself. Won the United States Championship on a pre-taped Friday Night SmackDown. We knew that this was happening a week prior, but it still feels good. It feels great. Like, yo, to be honest, this is a win. We got to still see what they do with it, you know what I'm saying? Because we've seen situations where the champion that we all wanted to be champion, won the championship, and then they didn't really do nothing with it beyond that. But I just want to live in a moment right now, and I want to be happy about the fact that Carmelo Hayes finally got his just due, finally got his flowers, and finally won the United States Championship. I'm excited, man. This right here, to me, this is poetic justice right here. This is like shorty that you've been keeping your eye on for months, finally coming to the crib for libations and dinner, and everything just goes perfect that night. Y'all have some wine, y'all eat some food, y'all talk, y'all get with it, y'all go round for round, and then after that, she leaves around 3, 4 a.m., and then you get in the shower, you come out the shower, and then you look in the living room, and you see a half-rolled spliff, and it just doesn't get much better than that, bro. If you ask me, it just does not get much better than that. Congratulations to Carmelo Hayes. I want to see what happens next. I think Johnny Gargano and Carmelo Hayes will put on a clinic. You do need somebody to be a good rival in the first wave of that title reign. So, for example, Johnny Gargano versus Carmelo Hayes, that's going to be a really good match. A lot of people are like, oh, y'all already, have him in the ring with jobbers and stuff like that. That's how it's supposed to be. I feel like a lot of people miss the plot of the fact that I'm not calling Johnny Gargano a jobber, but you need jobbers. You need enhancement talent. Not everybody can be a main eventer. And I feel like when the IWC understands that a little bit more, it becomes more feasible, for lack of a better term, to see some of your favorites maybe never winning the world championship. And they're gonna put on a clinic. You can't just do Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes out the gate, man. Like, yeah, Trick Williams is more than likely going to be on SmackDown for sure, but I don't want to see Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes yet. Like, let them do like little microaggressions towards each other. They run into each other. They see each other like, congratulations, champ. Like, I could see Trick Williams walking up to Melo like, congratulations, champ. But just know, one day, I'm going to walk up to you with my lemon pepper steppers, and I'm going to take your championship. And then Melo like, I know you more than anybody in this WWE know you. And you know that when it comes to big game situations, I am him. Or, something like that. But at the end of the day, we're going to get Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes. But I feel like, to be honest, Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov would be a great match. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. And I feel like there's a great opportunity that we might see that. And it needs to be for one of the at one of the pay-per-views. That's a fact. It should be at a pay-per-view. So another thing that we need to also take into account, and I'm going to give a round of applause for Carmelo Hayes, is this is the first black man to win a singles championship since 2022. Bobby Lashley was the last black man to win a singles championship in the WWE. And that's the fight that we've been fighting this entire time, because it doesn't have necessarily anything to do with, oh, they're racist. It's like, nah, it's just they're completely unaware. Like, and it comes down to the fact that if they want to push you, they will push you. You know what I'm saying? It was never a situation where it was a shortage of black talent that can get it done, because you got Kofi Kingston. And if you don't want to go Kofi Kingston, you could go Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods he had a couple shots at the Intercontinental title, but he never won a singles championship. Xavier Woods is good. He's good enough to be a Intercontinental or a United States champion. And if we want to get more technical, they could have split the Street Profits up, had Montez Ford win a singles title, or have Angelo Dawkins win a singles title, because they're both good as a tag team, but they can both be good on their own too. And look how long it took for Carmelo Hayes to get his just due. Almost 2 years on the main roster. If we're counting and we're doing the math here, he came to the main roster at, I think, summer 2024. And all of the people who graduated from NXT with him won championships. We even seen a returning Ilya Dragunov who did not really compete on the main roster much at all. On his first night, come back and beat Sami Zayn. Ain't that something? That's kind of wild. So it's like, at the end of the day, I'm never afraid to address the elephant in the room, because it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. Sometimes the WWE, all the time, have this tendency of saying things like, oh, well, there's not enough, there's no black talent good enough to do this, and that. But there's white talent that's not nearly as good as the black talent that will get the push. You know what I'm saying? So it really just comes down to, if they wanted to, they would. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just super happy. I'm elated that Melo finally got it. I feel like the IWC as a whole did a great job with still championing Melo and not just giving up on the fact like, oh, he's probably never going to win. He's going to be in mid-card hell. He's going to be a jobber, this and that. Nah. The IWC kept a foot on their necks when it came to Melo. They did not play about Melo. But I feel like the nail in the coffin as to what made this happen, Jesus Christ, pause, made this happen, was the video of the baby crying, or the little young boy crying because Carmelo Hayes didn't win the match. And the mother was like, oh, he's going to get his time. He's going to get his time. But the kid was such a Carmelo Hayes fan, and he didn't win, that he started crying. I feel like that right there was the turning point where everybody, and the face turn was necessary, because you can't market somebody like Carmelo Hayes as a heel out the gate and he's not winning any matches, because then all that's going to happen is that, all right, job of purgatory. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at the very beginning when Melo got drafted, he only should have lost to Cody Rhodes. He should have went on a nice little winning streak, and they should have continued that best of 7 series with Andrade, and that should have led to Carmelo Hayes winning the United States title, if they was going to go the heel route and have him elevate like that. But they did not do that. So that was why it was a slow start as far as him getting over on the main roster. If they would have marketed him as a face at the very beginning, and he was able to showcase his moveset, he was able to, get hyped with the crowd and stuff, he probably would have been a lot more successful out the gate. And that's just straight facts. But I'm just happy that this is happening. Looks like the first feud is definitely going to be Johnny Gargano versus Melo. And then eventually it'll probably be Tommaso Ciampa. And then it'll probably be Ilya Dragunov again. And then down the line, it'll be Trick. And then it could possibly be a triple threat match. That would be some fly shit. But we shall see. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Carmelo Hayes being the United States champion. It's been a long time coming. Poetic justice. I'm happy as fuck. Thank the higher power. Thank the wrestling gods, man. Word. But y'all, appreciate everybody who's tapped in. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.